Okay, in this video we will go through the digestive system. As you know, there are major functions of the digestive system. All of them are related to food and nutrients. Breaking down food, releasing nutrients, absorbing them, and removing the indigestible materials. For the digestive system organs, we can think of them in two groups. There are the alimentary canal organs, and then there are the accessory organs. The alimentary canal organs are the organs that are connected together through like a tunnel or a canal. So we have one long canal going from the esophagus or through the stomach all the way to the small intestine and then to the large intestine. So this is called the alimentary canal. Then we have the accessory digestive organs. These are organs associated with the canal, like the liver, the pancreas. Some textbook will consider the mouth and the tongue are part of the accessory digestive organs, and these are providing critical help for these organs, for the organs of the alimentary canal. So making them accessory, it does not mean that they are less important. For this alimentary canal, sometimes we call it the GI, the gastrointestinal tract, or the gut. And as we said, it's one way and with two openings. There is the opening in the mouth and there is the opening in the anus. So this is one long continuous canal all the way down. And through the different organs that the food is passing through, we will have different processes for dealing with it. For this alimentary canal, there are 4 basic layers that we can find them along this canal. So the organs of the alimentary canal are the esophagus, the stomach, esophagus, the stomach. Then we will have the small intestine, okay, and then we will have the large intestine. And of course, there are the different parts of the small and large intestine. We'll see them later. Then we will have the rectum and the anal canal. Okay, so these are the major parts of the alimentary canal. Along with this canal, we have in the formation of the canal 4 basic layers. These are the mucosa, submucosa, muscularis, and the serosa. And we will find them along all of these organs with some variation. The first layer is the mucosa. This is the inner layer. This is the most inner layer of the alimentary canal, most inner. And here, this layer, the mucosa, is open to the lumen. So the food is here. So the mucosa is the layer that comes in direct contact with the food. And usually this has also 3 sublayers. The main one is the epithelium. So the inner layer, the inner type of cells that lining the lumen of the alimentary canal are epithelial cells. In this layer, we have all of the absorption is happening. Usually it's absorption, especially in the intestines. The name mucosa is coming because this layer on the surface that is facing or coming in contact with food is covered with the mucus. And the mucus is important because it will help in moving the food or the nutrient along the canal. This is a major function of this mucus. Then we will have the submucosa. Submucosa is superficial to the mucosa. And the submucosa, you can think of it as a support layer because it allows the blood vessels, it allows the nerves, and also it allows the lymphatic vessels to pass through and access the mucosa, or technically access the food in the lumen of the mucosa. Superficial to the submucosa, we will have the muscularis layers. And the muscularis layers are made out of 2 layers. These are the smooth muscles. We have circular muscles and longitudinal muscle. Circular muscles because they are running around the alimentary canal in a circular way, whereas the longitudinal muscles are running along the alimentary canal. That is the name. Circular around the alimentary canal, longitudinal along the alimentary canal. The circular are the inner one, longitudinal are the outer ones. You can think of out, it has U, with the longitudinal it has U, so the U and U goes together. The importance of having these 2 layers, because of their contractions, when these muscles contract, That's what pushes the food forward. Mainly these longitudinal muscles, when they contract, they will push the food forward. And these muscles, the circular muscles, when they contract, they are going to segment the food, like breaking it down. So the coordination between these two layers of muscles would add to the process. It will act as a mechanical force in breaking down the food. The superficial layer is the serosa, and this is related to the serous membrane. And for this, it's only presented in the abdominal cavity. Over there, and this is a special arrangement for the organs of the digestive tract. We have, as usual, we will have a visceral layer. We'll call it visceral peritoneum. And there will be parietal peritoneum. However, there is a difference here in the arrangement. If you remember, in the heart, we said we will have visceral and we will have peritoneum, and there is the cavity. But in the peritoneum, the visceral peritoneum is a continuous layer across several organs. So this visceral peritoneum will be wrapping around the stomach, would be wrapping around the small intestine, would be wrapping around the spleen, would be wrapping around the liver, part of it will be wrapping around the pancreas. All of this is a continuous visceral layer for all of these organs. Then there is a parietal peritoneum, which is like a big circle around all of these organs. So here, not every single organ in the abdominal cavity has its own serous membrane. No, they are sharing that peritoneum. I will stop here, and in the following video we'll talk about the digestive system processes and regulations.